Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope that you're all having a lovely day. We're going to be getting into a tech analysis on Bitcoin. We're also going to be taking a look at a few altcoins, namely Chainlink and Ethereum. I want to share with you my thoughts on the lower, medium to high time frames, take a look at some of the critical regions on the charts so that we can trade the charts accordingly. There is a lot to speak about in today's video, so without any further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to be starting off going back a few days ago, as I did tell you guys about two major pivots in the market. Now, the first one was, of course, being that 30k level, and as I did say, I was actually moving, so I was holding 1x short positions because of the fact that we were in a local downtrend on the lower time frames, and that is just basically covering yourself and hedging yourself towards any further downside. So that basically helped me cover myself while I wasn't at the charts, and it ended up being quite good. But that major pivot in the market was a very nice trading opportunity, at least for a short-term position. So going back to that, we have our first major pivot in the market, which was 30,000 around $400, and we did come back down, and you can see we actually took all of the liquidity down there. So everyone's everyone that did long down here, for example, that had their stop losses down here, would be just getting stopped out. So that's a lot of liquidity being taken from the market. And what we can see is price started to reverse up straight away after that. So we got a hammer candle, a very nice reversal candle right here, and we took out the top of that candle, and more importantly, closed above it. So that's confirming your bullish reversal candle on the lower time frames. Remember, this is an hourly time frame right now, so we're talking about a day trade. The main trade was basically kind of hedging yourself towards the downside, but right here we're looking at us take this liquidity and then see a reversal formation on the candlestick formations, and we ended up taking out the high of it. So this would have actually been your entry right here, and we did end up moving up quite nicely from there, about 12%. So as a short-term position, gaining 12% straight away is very, very good, at least in my eyes. That is an absolutely fantastic trade. Now let's see where we actually came to here, because we came to a very interesting area here. So you can see that as we started to move down from $40,000, and even at the base that we kind of built before moving up, we had a very nice support region, right? So we hit this support region right here. You can see it many times being actually hit and getting some nice reactions off it, right? We could go ahead and draw a little bit of an order block here as well. However, just to kind of explain it very quickly here, you can see this was just simply a very nice support region, which we did end up losing. So as you lose that support region, let's assume you were to be longing down here, whereas your very logical take profit region, at least take profit one, you'd be looking at the support region that was broken, because what happens to broken support, it often becomes resistance, not always, but you can get an SR flip, so a support resistance flip, and that is exactly what we saw here. We saw the support break. Once it was broken, it wasn't retested until actually later on as we bounced up from 30,000. So this would have even been good for a little bit of a counter trade, which we did come down from a little bit from here as well, so 6.8%. But overall, the kind of idea behind this price action is more or less the exact same. We are in a range, and we are range bound until that range is broken, right? And we spoke about a massive range here on the daily time frame that was very, very possible when we were near $40,000. If you've been following along with the videos, this is the range that we said it was very, very possible, right? And as you can see right here, we kind of took it down from our $27,000 low. So we have a massive range here. Our highs are around $42,000. Let's call our lows about $27,650. So if price action does come down there, I actually do expect our second major pivot to, of course, be hit. So remember, our first pivot was 30,000, let's call it, and now it is going to be the low of this candle, which is $27,744. Loss of that is very, very bad in my personal opinion for the bulls. We will need to hold there. I would not be surprised to see something like we did here, and that would open up a trading opportunity. So if we swing these lows, take all of the liquidity there, and then start to move back up, that would be an absolutely amazing opportunity in my opinion. Of course, not financial advice. So that's kind of the exact same setup that we spoke about over here, which ended up playing out pretty nicely. And yeah, overall, I do think that this looks good. So I'm very excited to actually get back onto the chart, start to trade with you guys a little bit more as well, now that I have everything set up. I'm almost done with everything, so this is absolutely fantastic, and it's good to see that, the range is still playing out. We need some more time in the range. After such big moves, you need to be ranging a little bit. So if this range just, does start to be lost, then I'd be looking for much further down. We do have our monthly pivot though down here as well. So really, that's kind of make or break for me. I want to see that monthly pivot held. It's a very important area at $25,307. So we need to hold that. And overall, I'd be looking at this price action as ranging, and ranging is not bad at all. It is actually overall good in the context of a higher time frame, for example, weekly uptrend. Lose that, and that does start to look a lot worse. But if we take a look at our momentum right now on the daily time frame, we have something very interesting showing up here. So this has actually stopped the lows back from the 29th of February. So where was actually that low? It was near these lows that we came down to, $3,608. So back in March, basically, we did start to form this. It was actually on before the drop, to be fair, but I would even count this as a little bit of a hit off it, or very damn close to it, setting in some bullish divergences there, actually. But what we can see is that trend line was formed. We hit it once again on these lows at $9,000. So in our consolidation range, very similar. I've shown you guys this many times, so I won't get into it, but very similar consolidation range, a little bit smaller than what we have now. So now we are actually approaching that trend line support again. What is the stochastic? It is a momentum oscillator. It will show us momentum behind the price action, and this is approaching it right at that bearish zone. So we would want to see a bounce there, preferably. If that bounce does coincide with a support region on charts, that would be an absolute fantastic opportunity. So that's one that I would be watching as well. Of course, loss of that would be a little bit bearish as well. It goes both sides, but in my personal opinion, we will see a reaction there, and it'll be interesting to watch this one live with you guys. So basically taking a look at the stochastic to give you an update if you didn't miss last video as well. We spoke about this little bit of a bounce that we got. However, we said that getting rejected from here is very, very bad, and we got rejected, and that was all the way back here. So this is why a little bit even on the momentum side, that bearish bias was right in the short term, because that was back at nearly $37,000, bouncing up and instantly getting rejected from the bullish zone, and coming back into the neutral territory is often a sign there is weakness behind the price action, and you are looking to fade these moves. So as we start to get a bounce from the daily stochastics bouncing up, we look to sell that because we've gotten rejected straight away. So overall, kind of same things that we have been speaking about. Like I said, I haven't actually been on the charts too much, so I haven't been able to watch these charts. It's a little bit of a fresh look for myself as well. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do a little bit of a more of an in-depth analysis. Let's move on to Link USD. Looking absolutely fantastic here, guys. Let's go on to Link USDT. Of course, you guys know that our long-term targets were $23, and that was mainly because of our macro pitchfork that we had. That $23 target was hit quite perfectly here, and since that target, we saw a 27% rejection. Where did we come back to? We came down to the median of the pitchfork. So the median of the pitchfork is an absolutely huge area that you will look for buying positions. If you did buy that region, 42% to the upside. If we can break the top side of this pitchfork, I instantly, as I have been saying, will target 27.23 here, and even further if we can break that up to $30. So my targets here were hit. They were, this is why we go off actual technicals. I'm not just going to give you $100 target, for example, even though I do think Chainlink in the long run can hit that, but I'm not going to give you that because there's nothing off the chart saying that. It's a little bit of a random kind of thing to say. So overall, based on the charts, we had our $23 target, which we rejected down to $17 from. Now, breaking this, I would be saying from what worked very well before, I would be saying that $27 would be the next logical target on a macro picture. These things do not have to happen in a day, even though crypto is a little bit of a less liquidity market, so it can move up a lot easier. However, it is looking good here, and that would be my target on the higher time frames. Going on to Ethereum USD. We can see more ranging action from this one as well, to be honest with you. So let me get rid of everything here. And I honestly haven't even looked at these at the moment. So let's go on to the charts here. On the 1 hour time frame, we can see, of course, a local downtrend as well that we had. We did come down to the weekly pivot. We lost it, but however, we did come back above it. So basically, resistance, that was resistance. We did take it out. What happens to broken resistance? We can get an RS flip, a resistance support flip, and right on this candle was when you got that RS flip, giving you a low risk scalping opportunity, 10%. We went pretty damn close to the weekly R1, which is a natural take profit area. But if we zoom out a little bit more here, we can see that we are actually in a larger consolidation as well for Ethereum. So this would be the channel that I would be going off for Ethereum, as it has been respected quite well from what I can see here. I'd have to take a look at it a little bit more, but we did come back to our anchored VWAP, it does seem as well. This anchored VWAP is an important one. We've come back to many times. You can see how well we broke it to the downside, came back above, a little bit of an RS flip on it here, and we bounced up 44% from it. So we've come back down to it, and we've seen a pretty nice reaction. 20% reaction. So why is this one important? Because it was on the 24th of December. We had a very big dump to the downside, if you can remember, and that was our major swing low, which started the impulse to the upside about 146%. So that was all the way back at $550. So this makes this a very important anchored VWAP to be watching. If that is lost, that would mean this channel is actually lost as well, which sits right now at $1,064. So we need to hold that level. If we lose that, I look for quick moves down to 998 and then even further from there. But right now it is holding. I do like the looks of it, but we've come back to the median. So Bitcoin and Ethereum more or less ranging. Chainlink trending. We need to break that pitchfork. I'm going to leave it at that here, as it is 11 o'clock here for myself as well. Get this video ready, uploaded for you guys, and hopefully be back on the normal schedule tomorrow. I hope that you have a lovely weekend, guys. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate everyone's support. If you would like to join the private technical analysis group, send me a message on Discord. I will send you all of the information regarding it. Have an absolutely lovely weekend, like I said, and I will catch you in tomorrow's one.